Hey, it's Jeff with ID10T Garage, and after a long delay, we're finally back working on the 71 Torino GT. Now in this episode, we're going to go ahead and get the floor support welded in on the passenger side. It's underneath the car, so it's going to be a little bit of a task to record, but we got that to do. We got to get our brackets off the original floors and welded back in so that you can put the rear seat and the seat belts in. So it's what we're doing in this episode, so let's get to it.
In my veins, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame, cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stop.
Hey everybody, I'm back in the garage finally. Got a lot of stuff done, got some stuff organized, made some space. I still got a lot of organization stuff to do, but I'm to a point where I can kind of start working on stuff again between my house projects and everything, but I need to get some work done. So what I'm about to do is I got to weld one of the support brackets underneath the car, which I probably won't be able to record, obviously. And then I'm going to start pulling off all the brackets off the original floor, because we need to weld those brackets back in to hold the rear seats and get all the clamps and everything on there. So I got to pull off all the old seat belt mounts and stuff like that. So we're going to start working on that. So let's get to it. All right, we got that welded in. I don't know how well that recorded. I kind of put the camera under the car and got some lights and moved around a little bit, so it might be dicey. But the support for the floor is welded to the rocker now. That's what I had to do. I had the other side done before we made the move. Had made sure to basically, there's a lot of support in that floor, but that was the one piece I didn't get to on the passenger side. So that's in now, and now we can start working on our brackets. Like I said, there's a lot of brackets to do. So I'm going to bring out my air chisel and see if I can just pop them off. We'll see. I might have to get out the angle grinder and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to start working on that. That way we can get ready to start putting those on the floor. Because once we get all that done, I need to get it safe. I need to get the seat belts be able to be used and all that stuff. Then we can start working on the engine and on the dash and all those things that we need to do to get it ready for the Hot Rod Power Tour. Because I really want to get the engine running a lot better. We've got brakes. I'm going to have to replace some brake lines and do some rear brakes, stuff like that. So we've got a lot to do before the Power Tour in June. But it's time to start getting to it. All right. Peace. Well, things aren't going quite as planned. It's not horribly wrong, but this bowl I heated, put PB blaster on, no matter what, it's not coming out. So it looks like we're going to have to find another one of these, which is just your bolt holder for your seat belts that goes for the driver and passenger side that has to be welded in. So that sucks. I've already got replacement seat belts, so that's not a big deal, but that sucks that I'm going to have to find one of these brackets because I've heated the shit out of this and it's going nowhere. So, but I got a bunch of my brackets off. Hey, there should be another one of these somewhere. And I think I've got some more. I got to go find them. So, we'll see. Well, back to it. that we got these brackets cleaned up, we're going to try to screw them in place. Basically, I've got some pictures, and from what I can see, this goes here, that bracket goes there, and we're going to go ahead and just screw them in place based off of my pictures. And I mean, there's one on each side, obviously, and then we're going to see if our back seat fits the way it's supposed to. So time to get to it. All right, so we are good to go. I need to grind a little bit around here so I can get a nice welding surface, but these are support brackets that just basically are there to hold the structure of the front of the seat in place. Kind of just a slight enhancement to make sure your seat doesn't droop, because this comes right down the rail that's underneath the seat, and then of course this locks everything in from when it's put in. So we're going to clean up this stuff and then weld it in. So let's get to it. All right, there it is. Our rear seat brackets have been welded in. So now all I gotta do is get my anchor points. So that's right here. I need to weld in those brackets on either side. Well, I gotta get one for the other side for our seat belts, and then I gotta weld in these back pieces. And pretty much once I'm done with that, just a little grinding, seam sealing, and then painting to coat it. So, and then the floor is gonna be done. All right, well, that's probably going to be a day later. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning into this week's episode. We didn't get a lot done in the grand scheme of things, but we have done the necessary things to start really finalizing the floor. Yet again, we put in the floor bracket so the rear seat will go in. We still got to weld in the package tray support as well, and get another seatbelt bracket. As you saw in the episode, one just would not come loose no matter what I did, so I'm going to have to get a new bracket. The other one I still have to weld in, but you know, that's how it goes with these old cars sometimes. You can't get everything right. I'm sure there's some other brackets we need to get welded in. There's one for the brake lines, I believe, underneath that needs to go in there. But we're getting work done. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these weekly drops. I have a lot going on right now still with the house, so we kind of float in between those two projects, so hopefully I'll be able to get one every couple weeks. That's the plan. We're going to continue to work on this car to get it ready for the Hot Rod Power Tour and just keep on trucking. I want to get to the engine and you know, the gauges and all that stuff before that happens. Work on the suspension, double check the brakes. So lots to do, lots to keep on focusing on, but we're slowly getting there. So I'm glad you guys tuned in this week. So in the meantime, like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping